Roll dice, be nice, and stay tuned. This is the Live to Die podcast.
All right, so we're into the final chapter, and I kind of gave a prelude before recording another session. I tried to give the masterpiece theater introduction about like, hey, I want you all to have fun because selfishly the podcast sounds good and we're having fun, but like focus on the classic dungeon crawl elements, right? I mean, like there's undead bursting out of walls, you're charging into rooms fighting, and you're looting cool stuff. Let's say for like, one of the hardest things for me as a GM is to not go overboard on loot because I have so much fun. It's like around the process of looting in fantasy adventure games that I really want my players to have. Like I want it to happen in my games. So what I'll say is like all of those items, that's what's in the adventure that you get. I didn't add anything.
I hope that I already know what your question is.
So I'm going to take this question from one of our friends, Josh, who's like played in Trent and I's original Pathfinder game that Trent and I played in together years ago. And it was when Josh and I had both finished reading Ready Player One recently. For any of you who are familiar with that, the idea is that like there's a fantasy like VR world and it just sort of pulls from every property in the thing. And you could think people have like so-and-so's this and this movie's that. And I'm being vague because Josh, as like a icebreaker or just something to talk about when we were hiking, just to keep things moving. And so you'd always say, okay, you can pick from any franchise, any movie, any work of fiction. What is it when it comes to cool loot? What's your melee weapon? What's your ranged weapon? And what's your vehicle from anything, sci-fi, fantasy, whatsoever? And I'm trying to remember what my answers were. I think I said I wanted Hellboy's revolver because I just always loved that big weird gun.
Nice.
The subtle knife from the Golden Compass books, because I loved those growing up, and I always thought that was a cool one. And then, like, I'm a sucker. I know it's a really front door answer, but I wanted, like, Boba Fett's ship from Star Wars, because I always thought that was really cool. And
what's that called? Slave one.
Yeah, it's a fire spray, right? Like a fire spray class.
Yeah.
Fire spray class patrol vehicle is the make on it. And I'm trying to think, like, throughout the years, I think I had another option. I was like, oh, I should have picked X or Y, but I feel like that's a solid answer.
Yeah.
As far as vehicles go, like the first one that pops in my mind, and I don't know if this is you guys, is the Warthog from Halo.
Oh, that's a classic one. Yeah.
Like, I mean, come on.
That means nothing to me.
It's this all-terrain vehicle with a machine gun on the back, and it has like the most perfect drift capabilities of a vehicle. Right. I love it.
It's also the easiest thing to roll back upright. Somehow.
Exactly. Yeah. If you hold on, it might just correct itself on its own.
All right, so Jason, when we're talking about like favorite loot, you got to pick the Warthog. What's your ranged weapon? What's your melee weapon from any piece of fiction?
Yeah, these are so hard because there's so much you can be pulling from.
And so I'm saying, don't overthink it. Just like come with what comes up and it's fun. Later, when this episode comes out, you can tweet out and be like, "I want to change it. It really should have been this or that." But for now, like, what comes to mind when you think about fun loot, like big famous weapons?
Sting.
Oh, yeah? Solid
cool.
melee.
Just like a pretty basic, let you know the orcs are coming.
Like from the police?
Yeah, you just want Sting to be your melee weapon. Just hitting people with his base.
Stay away from my friend Jason.
He's also a ranged attack because he can put a message in a bottle.
Yeah.
Wow. I don't know. Melee weapon, I kind of am like, there's a couple of wizard staffs that are like popping in my mind instead of like a melee weapon.
Well, isn't Sting a melee weapon?
Yeah, the like singer,
the sword.
I like Sting, but like at the same time, the first thing that popped in my head was like there was a couple of different wizard staffs that I've seen that are pretty badass, and it's like, man, that'd be pretty cool.
Yeah, so wizard staff, the Warthog, and what's your ranged weapon?
I'm having a hard time with the range weapon.
The range weapon's tough.
There's a lot from video games.
Chewbacca's crossball.
Oh, the bowcaster.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
The bow exploding.
Actually, it's called a bow. I can't do transforms.
Actually, that would be called a bowcaster.
I just heard that in surround sound. That was.
And it does not shoot bullets. In fact, it shoots balls.
I do love the mental image, though, of Jason standing up in a Warthog with the bowcaster in one hand and a wizard staff, just throwing spells in a Halo deathmatch.
Definitely riding passenger with all that stuff.
I feel like you have one hand on the machine gun and the other hand with the wizard staff. Who I know I kind of put everyone on the spot with like, hey, think about your favorite franchises of all time and just pick things. But anyone feeling ready to go?
I think I can pull mine because my ranged weapon would be the pistol from Halo 1.
Okay.
Just really enjoy
Halo.
that zoom on the like that they nerfed it super hard in Halo 2 because it was so OP in Halo 1. Because like from an entire map, you could just be knocking people with a pistol. Not fair. Melee, that's tough. But actually, I'm going to do vehicle because vehicle is almost definitely just Luke's land speeder.
I know
Let's
that's what
ride
I
that
thought
thing
of
around,
too,
man.
the land speeder.
Yeah.
Han Solo stole a pretty sweet land speeder at the beginning of his movie.
Yeah.
Yeah,
yeah.
I did enjoy that sequence.
Let me think about melee.
Okay.
Oh, I changed my ship.
Oh,
The Flight of the Navigator ship. You guys seen that movie, Flight of
No.
the Navigator?
Ah.
I'm really fucking old, so check it out.
All right.
I would, since I was a kid, I've wanted to fly in that spaceship.
my backup vehicle would have been the motorcycle from Akira.
Oh, damn.
Mm-hmm.
Now I don't know my
Or
answers
the
anymore.
motorcycle from Final Fantasy VII.
Okay.
Oh,
Those
yeah.
sequences, that was really cool.
Wow, I hadn't thought about that in a while. Okay.
My vehicle, which I think is the best vehicle you could pick, is Wonder Woman's invisible jet.
Ooh, that's a
That's pretty good.
solid
Good pick.
one.
Because you can go anywhere and no one can see you.
Mm-hmm.
And
X-Men's jet's invisible too.
Ooh.
Well,
The
Wonder
extra.
Woman was there first. Actually, I have no
I
idea
don't
if
know
that's
who was
actually
there.
true. But I'm saying that it
possible.
is.
She absconded with their jet.
And forgot how to turn it back into visible mode.
Yeah. Shit,
like,
where did
shit.
I park that thing?
No, I can't find it. Actually, isn't that? Wow, this is. You guys are all too old for this, but but that's like a whole bit in SpongeBob, which I used to watch all the time when I was a
Oh,
kid.
yeah.
Of like,
SpongeBob came out when I was in middle school.
all right. SpongeBob came out like before I was born, but whatever. Just kidding. But isn't that the thing with like Mermaid Man and Barnacle Boys
They
that they have an
forget to-
invisible
yep.
boat, but they can never find it?
Yeah.
That sounds familiar.
Which is, I guess Mermaid Man kind of reminds me of Watson a little bit.
Oh my God, you are Mermaid Man.
That is a solid comparison. Yes. If I could just put two
Fuck it.
little,
I'm Barnacle Boy.
Starfish.
Mermaid Man and Barnacle
two
Boy.
little starfish on his nipples as he walks around. He's like, no, but they're my friends.
Nothing in this show has ever made me happier than that comparison.
all right, so Wonder Woman's invisible jet. What about weapons?
Well, the franchise that I loved the most in my, like, I wouldn't say I love it the most now of everything that I consume or have consumed, but it's the thing that I loved the most for like the longest amount of time in my life, which was the Shadowhunters book series. And
I'm too old for that.
Yeah, way too.
yeah, but you know, like they're whatever. I was a teenager.
It's solid YA.
It's solid. It's definitely within like the young adult cheesy fantasy category,
Sure.
but I really enjoyed it when I was a teenager and more like a tweenager. Anyway, there's a character who has a golden sword that was like made from the same metal that made Excalibur, you know, something like that. But I remember at that age reading that, I thought that was pretty cool.
That is cool.
Also, Excalibur would be a
would be-
phenomenal
it's-
top pick
yeah.
for a melee weapon.
Especially
Yeah, that's true.
the
Could've
one
just
from
picked
like the newest King Arthur movie with like the Guy Ritchie one that actually
Oh, you
has.
like that
Don't you love that
superpowers.
movie?
Yeah,
I
you
do
love
like
that
that movie.
That's like your comfort movie, right?
But yeah, one of them. But that sword is actually like the reason they're badass. Like period.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Nice.
I think I can weigh in with my melee now.
Oh, okay.
The Leviathan axe from God of War.
Fair.
Is
Yeah.
very
Ooh,
solid. Very cool.
Yeah.
I actually know my ranged weapon now
Oh.
too. I don't know if this is actually considered a ranged weapon, but Indiana Jones's whip.
Yeah,
Very
that's
useful.
solid.
Yeah,
That
like
100%
he
great.
can fly around the room with that thing. He can grab things with that thing.
I really thought
So-
you were gonna say the lasso of truth from
Yeah,
Wonder Woman.
you're-
Also
Yeah,
a whip.
You're-
I could just go with the whole Wonder Woman
Yeah, you're
thing.
kind of piecing together Wonder Woman, which I don't hate. I'm
Yeah,
just, you know,
it's true.
Catwoman's whip was pretty badass too.
Ooh,
Yeah.
that's good.
Shout out to
that's
Michelle Pfeiffer who really learned all that stuff.
Seriously?
Oh, cool.
Seriously, she
Oh.
can still do it.
Wow, that's
During
awesome.
COVID, she got her whip out and made some TikTok videos. It was pretty awesome.
That's so cool.
awesome.
I know what I'm looking up after this session.
Yeah. Also, there is a character in Shadowhunters that's definitely Wonder Woman inspired who also has a golden whip.
Nice.
That's
Very
pretty cool.
So
Jared,
basically, Indiana Jones was Wonder Woman.
that
I'll
villain belongs in a museum.
keep mine simple, and I'll pull from all the same inspiration. Batmobile,
Okay.
Oh,
Nice.
Yeah.
Very solid.
Wolverine claws,
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Cyclops eye lasers.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a solid
Yeah.
comic
Yeah.
lineup, but I like it.
Yeah, we
I
should
always-
do a superpower conversation one day.
Yeah, I'll have to save that.
I always thought the idea that like he couldn't control it unless he had the visor on was incredibly funny. Just that like somebody happens to knock his visor off and he's just like blowing lasers everywhere, you know?
All of a sudden, he's nerfed because he has to close his eyeballs.
Yeah, right.
This is. I don't even have an actually. Trent, can you give me an actually?
Actually,
It's not lasers.
Oh,
one of my
God.
favorite weird bits.
Oh,
it's
no.
a heat beam.
It's not even that. It's so bad great. Like if you decide to really dig into like the sweaty X-Men canon, it's technically kinetic force.
Oh, okay.
So in like the running joke among like fans is that he basically shoots punch lasers out of his eyes because it isn't
Yeah.
lasers. It's just straight force that they had to figure out how to like draw in the comic, so they made it red because it's powerful or something like that.
Okay.
They should just go to lasers. Sounds
Lasers
Yeah,
way
yeah.
better.
Laser is way better, but canonically in the comics, Cyclops shoots punches out of his eyes.
Mega punch.
So,
optical punch.
and in the same way that like
Delicious beverage, by the way.
optical punch,
Ew.
it is wild though, like what kinetic force can do. Just in the same way that like these spectral creatures just blew the wall in sort of out of their torture chamber. It seems to be basically what that line indicates.
Oh,
Cyclops and Jean
good
Grey were
transition.
fucked.
Yeah. Damn it. All we have to do is knock off its glasses and it'll go jinkies and like circle around.
Yeah,
for it.
really
My
mad at its
glasses.
I feel like at some point I would love the opportunity as a GM to like have another adventuring party show up and just loosely base them on the mystery gang.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
But the real mystery here is going to be how you handle this fight that Jane started last session.
Jane didn't do anything.
It was all
Sorry,
her.
that Val started. Is that better?
They told me to.
Through the spirits.
The writing on the wall. So looking through my notes, Trent, both I told you that you could roll nature as initiative, and you had rolled last time when I said roll initiative like, as a way to build tension before I ended the episode. So I said, all right, you can go ahead and keep it. If it's good or bad. What is your initiative here, Trent?
That is a 48 nature.
Damn.
Yeah.
I'm just looking at your initiative from like the last combat in my notes.
Yeah, I
and
rolled
it's
high then too.
High then too, but this is even higher, which is wild to me and a little bit sad because it means I have to fight that shit. All right, what are other people rocking around the room?
45.
Okay, solid pick.
39 stealth?
Okay,
Question mark?
yeah, I think that's totally fine. 39 for Fox. You said 45, Dro.
Yes.
And Val, what are you sitting on?
A 45 as well.
Oh, and what did you use? Perception?
Yes, and
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
a 27.
Same. Hers is higher.
Okay. All right. So that means that Watson is going to be first to act. Wow, this is absolutely wild. Watson's going to be first to act.
So I have already cast the spell, is that right?
I think what I had decided was that because you decided to cast this before combat, before you knew what was behind the wall, you essentially got to initiate combat by casting the spell. Because it could have been that the wall burst up and there was nothing there and you blew one of your spells.
Right.
And yeah, so that is off. We are now in the first round of combat, and it is your turn.
Excellent. So I have Field of Life up.
What does Field of Life do?
That is an excellent question. Let me to bring that up for you. Field of Life is a 6th level spell, sustained up to a minute. A field of positive energy fills the area, exuding warmth and rejuvenating those within. Each living creature that starts its turn in the area regains 1d8 hit points.
Cool.
And any undead creature that starts its turn in the area takes 1d8 positive damage.
Okay.
Now, these may not be undead. That's okay, because if my fellow compatriots join in the fight there, they will be regaining hit points.
Sure.
But I'm taking the shot anyway.
All right. So now I think you are set up. So it's your turn first. You're top of the order. As we described this room before, it's about 40 feet wide, about 120 feet across. And most of the party is sort of centered in the room looking east, where the wall has just sort of blown out and these two spectral screaming creatures are sort of emerging from this, looks like, room that's sort of been bricked up at the east end. There's still a door to the east. This is north of that door to the east in the sort of northeast corner.
Yeah.
Your turn, Watson.
So at the beginning of his turn, he will use a free action, granted from a feat, to sustain the field of life.
Nice.
He will then use all 3 of his actions to cast Ice Storm.
Oh, shit.
That's cool.
Ice Storm, I believe, is a druid spell. Or it's like a storm druid spell.
Oh, okay.
I believe.
Is it like an ancestry thing or like a focus spell or kind of deal? Or?
Yeah, it's not a focus, but it may be like along the lines of, I mean, it's primal, so it probably is.
Yeah.
There's some
Anyway.
cool ice storm stuff.
Yeah. Okay, so this is a DC 40 reflex save.
Oh, damn.
A 20-foot burst, again. So same area there, obviously.
Okay. And you said, sorry, DC 40 reflex?
Yes.
All right. So remember, I sort of mentioned there was last time 2 of these creatures, one in like elegant, fine robes, and the other in like sensible traveling clothes. So I'm going to start with the sensible traveling clothed one, and that's going to be a 39, which is a failure. And then we're going to go for the one in a nice robe. Same result. 39, so that's a failure on both.
Wonderful.
Yeah,
So,
I don't love that, but I'm happy for you.
yeah. So this is 2d8 bludgeoning, 2d8 cold damage. So together that is 22.
And there is some arguing from people that, like, if you deal bludgeoning damage from a spell, is it magical? It's magical. It's a spell causing bludgeoning damage.
It actually even says magical hail damage.
Oh, well, there you
or
go.
magical hail. So like,
Perfect.
yeah. But also, some things are going to happen.
Oh, geez.
You
You can just read it. I'm interested in what the spell does, too.
Snow and sleet continue to rain down in the area for the remainder of the spell's duration, making the area difficult terrain. Sure. Any creature that ends its turn in the storm takes 2 cold damage.
Oh, okay.
Awesome.
And because I'm not casting outdoors, that's about all the other stuff that matters. This is an advanced player's guide spell.
Oh, that's cool.
Awesome.
Advanced Player's Guide by Paizo.
Yeah.
Check them out. They make this game and other stuff.
And it's cool.
All right, so how much damage is this going to do?
Sorry, that is 22 damage to each of them.
Okay, so not all of that goes through. Or if anything, it almost looks like it passes through. On the way through these creatures' bodies, some does seem to do damage.
Interesting.
But yeah, you hit both of them, and you can see it just passing through them. But they do kind of like, you see them shuddering a little bit where it seems to hurt them. All right, Val, your turn.
Yeah, so can I pick one of these to be my lead since I made it just generically the thing behind the wall?
You did. I'm going to say that it's the big one.
The big one.
in the fine robes.
All right, the one in the finery. So I'm going to do the stratagem roll for free
Sure.
and also take that recall knowledge. That's a natural 18. So
Nice.
Okay, so the recall knowledge is going to be religion.
Oh, okay.
What's your religion bonus?
The religion bonus
You
is
actually are kind of religious, aren't you?
25.
Yeah, that'll do. Yeah, so this is going to be a little difficult, but you do recognize that these are banshees of some kind. And I'll just say that banshees in Galarian are furious and tormented souls, usually and most typically of elves that are bound to the material plane by a betrayal that defined the final hours of their life.
So they are undead?
They are. They're basically born from tragedy, a soul racked by so much anger and fury over betrayal that in death it lingers.
Nice.
So what would you like to know? It's not a crit success in your case, but it is enough for... Oh, no, that's a crit success. No, it's not. Yes, it is.
It's a
Maybe. Doesn't matter.
mixed
I'll give you some
messages.
information. You said 25?
My bonus?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So what do you want to know? You can ask something.
Yeah. So, I mean, just by looking at them, we already know they're incorporeal, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
What's it going to be?
Man.
You wrote down like a whole list of questions to ask.
Yeah, I
in
feel
these
like I always
cases.
ask like weaknesses, but
I mean, that's a good one.
yeah,
Yeah.
weaknesses, I guess.
Or resistances is another one.
Okay, so it doesn't have any explicit weaknesses. Like it doesn't have any. It takes extra damage, but you know that it has sort of the pretty standard suite of incorporeal, which is it's immune to diseases, immune. And when I say like normally I wouldn't give you specifics, but it just has the incorporeal suite, which you are familiar enough with to know. Yeah, diseases, paralyzation, poison, precision damage, and unconsciousness probably won't affect it.
So does that mean that my strategic strike doesn't affect it?
It doesn't do additional, but like your weapons will do damage to it.
Yikes.
And of course, it obviously seems to have some amount of resistance, which is again part of the incorporeal package.
Yeah.
No, sorry. The exemptions of that are normal. Force damage, ghost touch damage, or positive energy damage is exempted from that.
Excellent. So the life force
Resistance.
that Watson did is going to be a big deal.
Yeah, it's not small.
Awesome. All right. Is that all I can know? Or
Yep, that's what you get from that check.
okay. Dang. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, you can still shoot it.
Yeah. Is that going to do anything?
Yes.
Oh,
It
yeah.
just won't,
Okay.
You won't add the precision damage.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay. Yeah. So I guess I'll just go ahead and use that 18 and I'll take the shot.
Okay.
Which,
Did you roll stealth as initiative or no?
No, I rolled perception.
That's right. So what's
That
your
wasn't a critical, right?
What was it hit?
Oh, right. I didn't even tell you. It's been a long day. It's a 49.
That actually is exactly a critical.
Oh,
let's
nice.
go.
Awesome.
And they are not immune to criticals. They are immune to precision, but you'll just do your.
So I do my crit damage for the pistol, but I don't do the strategic strike crit damage
Correct.
because they're immune to the strategic strike
to
damage.
precision damage, correct?
And that's the same thing as the strategic strike.
Strategic strike does precision damage.
Gotcha.
Pick a peck of pickled peppers.
All right, that's sad because that would have been so much better.
It
but
would have
it's
been really cool.
56 points of damage.
Nice.
that's still not
Pickled
nothing.
peppers.
Good.
It takes a little less than that, but a lot still goes through.
Okay, and then that was just one action because stratagems for free.
Yeah.
And so Val is going to reload and shoot again without
Hell yeah.
without the strategic strike. Yeah.
So anyway, Val started blasting.
Yeah. Val's
In a
just
dungeon.
doing I think that she does have a
Mop,
lot of like
mop,
what I
mop,
just said
mop.
of like we probably just need to kill everything down here. Like I think she's just assuming everything is evil and bad.
Just remember doors and corners.
Yeah, that's a 37 to hit.
That's a miss, unfortunately.
And that's it.
All right, your pistol is unloaded. It's Drosharis' turn. Drosharis, looks like you are maybe is it 30 feet, 35 feet away, sort of staring down from the center of the room
So-
at these banshees that just burst in.
So you are aware, if you start in that area, you will gain 1d8 and then take 2 persistent cold damage.
Yep.
Okay. Just
well, and
so you're aware.
Drosharis, will Drosharis gain health or because it's positive healing?
It is positive healing.
So
But
you
he's
won't
not
gain any.
undead.
No, but he also cannot receive positive healing.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So you'll just take damage.
And I have resistance to cold that's higher than 2.
Oh shit! That's
Nothing will
fucking
happen to
awesome.
Let's go.
Nice.
There's
That's
a weird
perfect.
synergy between Drosharis and Watson, between like both of you being able to see through fog.
Yeah.
You being resistant
Mm-hmm.
to his cold attacks.
Just so
That's
you know,
super cool.
I've never really talked about this. I am resistance 5 to acid, cold, electricity, fire, poison, and resistance 6 to critical.
That's
Oh.
amazing.
You are also resistant to negative damage. We
And
learned.
completely resistant
Completely.
to negative damage.
And for this combat,
immune, some might
Val
say.
Right.
has 5 resistance to basically all of that except the criticals as
Yeah.
well.
Right.
Basically, any elemental element.
So you could be right up in there and not
Elements.
take the cold damage.
Mhm.
Great.
That's stupidly
Isn't
cool.
it, isn't it cool? All right, so
So, what was the distance? Was I right? 30, 35?
25.
Oh, I was wrong.
So I got
Nice
there
for you.
in one move.
And you're gonna swing out. What are you swinging with?
I'm going to punch it with my spec gauntlet.
Yeah, if you got the ghost touch gauntlet,
Yeah.
you're gonna use the ghost touch gauntlet.
How's a 45?
45 is a hit, and you're
Okay.
punching the looks like the one that's
The
in
one
the,
right here.
the normal clothed one,
Mhm.
the one that Val did not shoot.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, getting that punch on,
And
You
that
hit.
will be 22 damage.
and that all goes through it. Connects
All
it so
of
it's physical, and you see
Yeah.
it just like if it just sort of as the wind sort of goes out of it.
And
Oh, wait a second. I need to roll something back. How much damage you do, Jason?
22, I think you said.
22.
All right. Jane, you critically hit this thing, right?
Yeah.
I forgot something. And look, I'm going to just say as a GM, at high levels, I'm allowed to forget something and roll it back a turn.
They instantly die if hit by a crit.
Yeah, it's
excellent.
wild. It's going to use its reaction.
Oh.
Because as you
Oh.
critically hit it, Jane,
Oh, come on.
it spitefully lashes and back at you.
Very cool, actually.
Yeah.
Very cool.
So I need you.
It was another player's
one makes
turn
that
when you
face.
decided to do this.
I need you to make a will save.
Ooh.
You have to make a fortitude save, James.
We'll get to
All
the
right.
fortitude save in a second. I get to do damage.
Not yet.
Damage.
Maybe not, because I rolled pretty good. 44.
So 44 is a success. You will
Yeah.
take half damage.
Unless you have the will thing.
Let's see.
Oh,
That
yeah.
returns your success.
Actually, no, you'll
to a
take
crit
full
success.
damage, but something else will happen.
Do you know? I can't remember what
I
that
don't
is.
remember what
Man.
it is.
Juggernaut.
Oh, I
no,
don't have it.
that's fort.
Okay, so Jane, you're
I'll
going to
look
take
it up.
20.
Will is resolve, I think.
Yes.
I have that.
Is it resolve or is it iron will?
It may
I
be
think
different
it's-
for her. They're
what
named
does
different
resolve
things
say,
for different
Jane?
classes.
There are so many rules. Okay.
Yeah.
They're in
Oh, yeah.
alphabetical order.
They're in alphabetical. Yeah.
Proficiency for will saves increases to master success on will saves or crit successes.
Yeah, I
instead.
have greater resolve.
So here's the... What does greater resolve do?
That's dope.
It's loading. My hero
Okay.
lab's freaking out.
So
But
here's the deal. So you are going to take... You're going to take 37 points of mental damage. Is that something that Jane's resistant to from the...
No.
Okay. So 34 points of mental damage.
On a crit success?
it's a crit success because of greater resolve.
So then you're going to take none, and the other thing isn't going to affect you either.
Ah.
Thank you, Fox.
I got you.
Wow. But you do feel something like mentally lash back out you in pain. You were able to keep your focus, but you can feel it like sort of mentally reach out at you. All right, I need to make a fortitude save,
Yeah.
Jason.
So brawling specialization with this DC 37 fortitude save
What is this for?
for this thing. For this. Oh wait, now that's if I crit, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
And also-
it's weird. It doesn't say crit like the other ones do,
Unless it's a
but
special
it says
ability move.
specialization, so that must
Oh,
be.
yes. If you specialize in that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
critical
that's critical.
specialization. Okay.
Do you have critical specialization in fists? Usually for fighters, it's just one type of weapon, unless they get a second one at higher levels.
I'll look into that.
Cool. Doesn't matter, though. You hit and did some damage. You've got one action left.
Actually, she should read what Greater Resolve does because that's
It's
actually
pretty cool.
The second half of it, at least. We know what the first half does.
Yeah. So in addition to the crit success, if it's just a success, when you roll a critical failure on a will save, you get a failure instead. When you roll a
Nice.
failure on a will save against a damaging effect, you take half damage.
Oh, it's the old school first edition greater, or like it was evasion and
Evasion.
like greater evasion
Yeah.
or something.
And actually, that new feat I just took too
That's awesome.
lets me re-roll failures on will saves.
Jesus.
Oh, cool.
That's dope.
I'm asking the group for a patch. I rolled another one.
You can have one of Watson's.
Dope.
All right. Yeah, you're having a rough night tonight, Jason.
Turn
It's
it
pretty
in.
lame.
Where's the patch noise?
Right here.
Thank you.
Let's see if it works.
That's a miss.
Okay,
33.
but not a natural one.
No,
So you got that going for you.
but not a
Okay,
natural.
the more fancily dressed one that Val shot. I keep wanting to say Jane shot, but
Wait. It starts its turn.
it does start its turn.
It takes 1d8 positive damage.
Does it get a save?
No.
Probably
that
not,
I
because
know
it
of.
can choose to move out. Go ahead and roll that D8 point of
Yeah.
damage,
2 damage.
and it all goes through.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's positive.
I'm positive it all goes through, Trenton. All right, so it's its turn. It's standing there right next to Drosharis. It's going to reach out and touch Dro.
Reach out and touch drop. Perfect.
We were all ready for that. All right, here we go. Oh, that's a really good roll. Okay, Drosharis, hear me out. How do we feel 49 to hit?
That's a hit,
Yep.
but it's not the thing that you're wanting.
God damn it.
Yeah.
Hey, guess what type of damage it does?
Negative damage.
Just fucking negative.
That's why I walked right up there. I was like, he's doing negative damage.
Like, I'm not scared.
You're like,
Josh
oh, no.
sees this cold cloud and like it's undead, and he's like, I feel like I'm meant for this moment.
Your own negative Drosharis.
Someone to dodge the damage.
Are we about to have a reach out and touch Dro song?
Yep.
Reach out and touch
Dro.
Any listeners who are songwriters and want to Hook it up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Sherman's about to go make that right now.
Okay, so
Sherman.
it does hit you. You do not take damage.
Shucks.
Jesus, its ability specifically has a creature damaged by. All right, well, so that secondary ability doesn't trigger either.
Yes.
Love it.
So it is now going to use its second 2 actions to scream. It is going to wail, and it is going to unleash a soul-chilling wail.
Wow.
All right, wailing.
Make the next guy do it too.
Wail of the Banshee, 40-foot emanation. So is that just going to barely reach to...
That could probably hit everybody if you put it in the right place.
No, it's centered. Emanation is from source.
Ah.
So I think 40 feet, it might just hit Watson, if I'm lucky.
Oh, no.
Yeah, okay, so it just hits Watson, and of course it'll also hit Drosharis. So here is the deal. I'm going to need from Watson and Drosharis fortitude saves as this just scream comes out.
It's one of my better ones.
You got this.
Oh, yes.
All right.
That's a 43.
Shit. Success?
40.
And do you have it becomes a crit success?
I don't know if I do for fortitude.
Wait.
That's Juggernaut.
Yeah, I do not have that.
You do that, right, Jason?
Yes.
Okay, so you are Jason.
Yeah.
Drosharis unaffected. This whole turn, nothing happens to you. Trent,
Come on up. They're not that bad.
Oh wow! On a success, you are still going to take full damage.
Oh, wow. Okay.
What? Oh, I don't want to fucking know what the
No, that's
hell
cheating.
is.
Yeah, that's cool.
Watch it like disrupts my concentration and the spells disappear and
So no, because if you fail, things happen in addition to the
Okay.
damage.
Yikes.
That's basically the handoff there. So, all right, we're gonna move on to Fox's turn while I roll this damage against
it's
Trent.
3d4.
Can anybody build a wall? Like have that,
Just rebuild a wall.
like build the wall. There's like a wall spell.
Whoa,
Like a wall
Jason,
of stone or something.
Yeah.
we are not just gonna build a wall. It's Fox's turn while I roll damage
Oh, yeah.
against
Okay.
against Watson.
What do I want to do? I'll move on in there.
Okay.
So a total take me 5 to
Well, you're
25.
moving
It'll take me
42 points of damage from that scream, Trent,
Okay.
to Watson. And it's sonic damage. Oh,
Okay.
no, that's negative. It doesn't matter. It's also negative damage.
Wait, why doesn't it matter? I'm not immune to negative damage.
No, but it means I can't even hit Drosharis with this stupid ability.
I see.
Drosharis is just the world's best undead hunter.
Who knew that this was
Yeah.
going to work out for me?
So well.
I love how you spend listening through small episodes, editing them and getting ready. There's so many, you're like, God, this is so rough. I can't get healed. This is fucking bullshit. And now you're like, I'm just going to, you guys want to leave? I got
I'll
this.
just solo this.
Go check the south
just
stairs. I'll
just
be.
solo this.
I'll take the main monster if everybody's cool with that.
Literally with the greater death, we were all just kind of like,
Dro is like
the
literally
gray death?
cheesing the bad
Yeah,
guy.
the
It's like
gray
stab, stab, stab.
We joked about how you have to like Dark Souls some enemies, but Jason's just playing hacking.
Yep.
God mode on. All right, so Fox, you move up.
I attacked. I rolled an 18 for a total of, oh man, I wish I remembered what it was. Plus 32. So what's that equal? 50.
hey,
Oh shit, 50? That's a crit.
nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, baby.
Bing.
Critical hit.
Good, because I rolled an 18. I should be able to crit on that.
Did you do damage on him? What'd you do? What'd you get?
42.
Yeah.
Oh, it also takes 2 cold damage.
It doesn't
Nope,
overcome
takes
resistance.
2 cold damage.
Sure. Doesn't overcome resistance.
Uh,
Doesn't seem to phase it.
64 points of damage.
Gosh. Has any of that ghost touch or anything?
Some of it's disruption,
Okay.
but I added that
Cool.
into damage.
It shouldn't matter because like it's
I don't
not like
think
it's
it
not like they're
does.
applied differently. If there was so much resistance that it would stop the whole thing, all the positive would go through for sure. But in this case, you're doing so much magical generic damage
Yeah.
that there's enough of it to take all of that through and still have the rest go through. So in my mind, you're fine. It's not weak to it, so it's not like that's triggering additional
right.
damage either. So how much
Totally.
was it total?
64.
Dang. Oh, okay. That's a lot.
And that was my 2 moves in attack.
Wow. Okay. That's super solid.
Oh, do I
Now-
take 2 cold damage for being there?
No, you're outside of it, actually.
Yeah, you are.
Oh, no, you're on the
you're
edge.
right in it. So yeah,
Okay.
2 points of cold damage.
Is it the same emanation for both spells?
Yes.
Okay.
So is that the beginning of your turn you take that, Trent, or end of turn? The cold
Sorry,
damage
say
over
again?
two cold damage over time. Is that at end of turn or beginning
End of turn.
Yes.
The field of life is starting your turn within that area.
Got it.
So you'll have that kick in next turn, Fox. All right, that makes it the one that's dressed in more plain traveling clothes this turn, the one you just hit,
Yeah.
Fox. So it's going to try to, I guess it'll step forward, sort of diagonal, closer to you, and try to hit you with one of its claws. And it'll throw that out at you. It's going to throw claws, and that'll be a 43 to hit.
Does hit.
Okay, I'm sure that's not going to be a critical hit, though.
No.
And it's going to do negative damage, which will hit you.
Oh, I take
rolled-
5 less.
Okay, that's going to be 44 points of negative damage before it's reduced.
Okay.
And now I need you to make a will save as you feel its touch sort of driving fear into your heart. This is a fear effect,
Oh, I crushed it.
an emotion, enchantment, fear, and occult.
That's
What do you-
49.
Oh, yeah, you're fine. You actually crit succeed. Cool.
I rolled a
So
19. So.
You can feel what should be fear dripping into you, but something in your reserves of who you are. Maybe it's just everything you've seen in the last day.
I was like, I'm going back to like last night when I was trying to sleep and I was pushing out all of the fear. I was like, I'm just trying to manifest that as we fight.
Okay.
For
I
a
love
second,
it.
I kind of zoned out and thought you were talking about you, Jared, and not Fox. And I was like, "Are you okay?"
I'm just pushing out all of my fear.
All that bad
Pause the
stuff that
pod. We
happened to
gotta
me
talk
last
to
night.
Jared.
Yeah, last night when I was going to sleep. No.
You need me to drive home, dude?
Good.
Follow up with the second attack. That's really fucking good. So that's going to be 45 to hit on the second attack.
Yeah, that hits.
Is this the other creature? It takes 6 damage at the beginning
Oh,
of its turn.
yes. Thank you so much.
Oh, are they both attacking?
No, this is the same one. I just forgot to take damage at the
okay.
beginning of turn from Trent. So this will hit on the second attack. Man, another super solid roll here. That's going to be 39 points of negative before it's reduced. And that's its turn. Watson, your turn.
So Watson is going to sustain the Field of Life spell
Sure.
with the free action.
Okay.
He's going to drop the ice spell.
Yeah, that checks out.
He's going to spend an action using Overwhelming Energy, which ignores 18 points of the target's resistance to
Oh,
energy damage.
that's super cool.
And
That's
then he
cool.
will
Yeah, I
use
love that.
2 actions to Electric Arc.
Oh,
So DC 40.
that's awesome. So let's start with the fancy dress one. And that's going to be a failure, but not a... Wait. Not a critical, though. Not a critical failure. The plains clothes one is going to be a success, but not a crit success.
Okay.
And that is enough to punch through all their resistance.
Cool. Full damage is 26.
Wow. Okay. Yeah, that's really, really good.
Nice.
So that's, what, then 13 points of damage for the halved one?
yes.
Yes.
Dang. Okay. Yeah. You really got some work done on them. That means it's Val, your turn.
All right, so Val needs to reload the gun.
Okay.
Which she will do, and then yeah,
I guess.
yeah, that's exactly what it sounds like. Well done.
Thank you.
Well done. Grateful.
Great. Yes, reload, stratagem. So the one that's up by Drosharis and Fox is
The plainclothes
the
one.
plainclothes
The
one.
bigger one. The bigger model is the fancy model. And that's
Okay.
farther. It's still back in the room. That
But
it
it's
came
still
from.
within the range that I have.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
the range
so
of
that'll
that
work.
pistol is
Okay.
ridiculous.
So I'm going to do the free stratagem on that one since it's my lead. I'll take it. So that's going to be a 43 to hit.
That's a hit.
All right, but not a crit.
Nope, because it has a little bit of what I colloquially call shit cover, because there's like sort of someone between you and the target, but even without
Okay.
shit cover, it wouldn't be a crit.
All right, so without the strategic strike damage, it's kind of low. It's 23.
Hey,
That's great.
any damage is damage.
Yeah. And then going to just reload and shoot at the other one.
Okay.
Would I, from where I'm at, actually, could I shoot at it without hitting?
Either target's going to get
Box
shit
shooter.
cover from your point of view.
Okay, cool. So yeah, I'll just shoot at the other one that's up next to in the field of life.
I don't think you have the action economy for that because you reloaded, shot.
Oh yeah, I did.
Okay.
Yeah, I had to reload twice. So I'll just end on a reload.
But then next turn you can do the double shot again if you want.
Yes.
Drosharis, the Untouchable. It's your turn.
I like that.
That's actually a cool
I like
name.
it a lot.
Drosharis the Untouchable.
I will attempt plain clothes, right?
Yep. Oh,
I'm
no,
gonna-
sorry. That's the fancy
That's
one.
fancy clothes. I'm
Yep.
going to try to intimidate fancy clothes.
Okay, then. Sure. Sure.
See if it
I don't
works.
like your fancy clothes.
How is a 35?
That's a failure.
Okay.
I'm not intimidated.
hmm.
Just like, I don't want to actually scream
Yeah,
in a
yeah.
recording
I
area.
appreciate that.
Yeah, I'm doing it for you.
Right.
I know you're having a rough day. All those nightmares.
Pushing out all this fear.
All those terrible nightmares you've been having.
Another 40 on the spike outlet.
That's a hit.
All right.
Nice.
You attacking the fancy one or the plainclothes one next to
The fancy one.
Fox? Okay. Sticking on fancy.
Yeah.
That's a hit. What's the damage on this?
This damage. Not great. 15.
I mean, it's a fist, but it's all going through,
Yeah,
which is
it's
huge.
all going through.
That don't discount that.
Yeah.
I'm discounting it. Don't tell me what to do.
You're not the boss of me.
And I'll discount it on my end too. But put the
All right.
resistance back on.
39?
That's a hit.
Yeah, I think I'm
I
zero
assume
in
that
that
means
AC.
it's AC.
Yeah, probably.
I will say I did see that like meme on Reddit today on the Pathfinder subreddit of like, bro, did you attack at a -10 map?
Yeah.
Why no shield game?
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
like, dude, our fighter is over here consistently hitting on attack number
Oh,
3.
yeah, for sure.
That's a 16 damage.
Yeah, that's good. Okay. Cool. That makes it that one that you were just attacking's turn. It knows that it can't hurt you. It does. Oh, beginning of the turn. Trent, would you like to roll
7
that die?
damage.
Oh, nice. It's easy math on my part.
That's good persistent damage against undead. Just
Yeah,
like
Yeah, that's great.
You've really kept it up on the higher end too. I
Yeah.
feel like you've been rolling pretty solid. Getting your money out of that. Okay, so it's. I guess it's gonna it's gonna fly, and it can fly pretty damn far. So I think it's gonna fly towards Watson. This will provoke an AOO.
Yeah, well.
superb.
Sweet.
That's right, because you have reach on your halberd. It'll provoke from both of you.
Beautiful.
You
Just
do this all
because-
the time.
I want to see what happens.
Sure.
I have my executioner sword in my right hand,
You're gonna one-hand it.
and I'm going to one-hand swing my executioner sword
Use the no toy.
at this monster.
Sure.
I got 43 to hit.
That's gonna be a hit.
Yeah.
Right.
The
43.
that's also a hit.
Twinsies.
The two of you over there just syncing up. Bash Brothers.
Let's
30.
touch swords.
32 damage.
Oh, that really got me. Okay, Jared, what was the damage coming from your
32.
32? That's going to get reduced down, but that's still solid.
That makes me
Okay.
think of role models when you said that.
Yeah.
Let us gingerly touch our tips.
our tips.
And Jason, how much damage coming through in that thing?
29. One of those points of damage is fire.
Doesn't matter for
Got it.
this. 29. I'm really bad at. You know what?
Terrible math.
Okay.
We all very often do air guitar when that one plays.
Or headbang or...
Mhm.
Can you tell
I was
that
thinking
his
about the
main
triangle or
instrument
the-
is drums?
Yeah.
Yes.
So I will say I didn't know that all of you like headbang to that because anytime I play it, I'm desperately trying to do math while the drop plays.
Oh, yeah.
It's so lit out here while you're doing that. You're like,
So lit, fam.
Yeah, so lit, fam.
good job.
Thanks.
No cap.
No cat.
We're old. All right. So
But
it
I have
does
a
get-
12-year-old son, and I figured out how to speak it.
So it does. So this fancier one flies all the way over to in front of Watson and is then going to reach out and attempt to smack Watson with his hand. Oh, that's really good. 49 to hit Watson.
Oh,
That's a crit.
No.
Damn.
Critical hit.
Uh-oh.
your friend made that drop.
Hey,
Your
what
friend
are you,
did that
you?
to you.
what are you doing over here?
Hello.
Oh, is it coming up? Whoa, whoa.
Hello.
Hey, I noticed you didn't do Hi, I'm Watson.
We should have.
Hello.
They burst, like the wall bursts open. Hello. I'm Watson. Him will go.
So that's going to be 56 points of damage.
Okay.
I mean, that's not a
plus
small
crit.
amount.
Oh, that was not a natural 20. So that, and now this is where it gets rougher. Now I need you to make a will save, and the DC is higher because it crit.
Will save. Okay.
Do you have resolve or anything weird
I
like that?
do.
Do you have patches?
Yeah, I think he's got a
He has
patch,
patch.
That is 42.
left. It's gonna not be enough.
Okay.
No.
I'm going to use my last patch. I don't actually have it here with me, but I do have one more.
Okay.
There we go. Because I rolled a 10. So
Yeah.
Yeah, you can do better.
okay.
Let's hope so.
Don't chain it up.
Gee, that's
Yeah,
correct.
that's correct.
Oh.
Here, take it. You can have my patch.
Okay. That is
Yeah.
far worse.
Yeah. Patching
Is it a
on
one?
behalf of
It
Watson.
was a 2.
Oh,
Yikes.
Gosh. Wow, the patch economy is really flowing today.
in one direction.
Let's see.
Slightly better.
Okay.
That is a 44.
That's enough.
Okay.
Yeah, good.
You missed it by 1.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, you made the right call. So no effects. You feel like you could be really terrified, but you're not. And then this thing will go ahead and make a second attack on you.
I feel like I could be afraid, but I'm not.
Really don't feel that.
This is going to be a 30.
I've been working on myself.
Pushing those fears out. That's going to be a 33 to hit.
That is a miss.
Okay. That's its whole turn. That makes it Fox's turn.
What are you doing over here?
All right.
Fox, you heal 1d8 at the start of your turn. Look at that, Trent. I
You
remembered
do.
your spell.
Yeah.
Trent did,
Oh.
or Watson did 10 years of residency as a therapist.
You heal 1.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I'll
All
take
right.
it.
Hey, it helps. I guess I was going to say I'm on deck, but then it's Watson after me. So got Magus Fox up there. Just
Okay, we're gonna.
what are you
I'm
doing?
gonna fly. I'm gonna get 10 feet in the air, and then I'm gonna
Swoop
get. I'm gonna flank this
you're
one
gonna-
back here.
Got it. So you'll go back up, Watson. Don't forget, are you going to stay in the air or are you going to land? Because don't forget,
I'm
if
gonna
you,
stay in the air.
you'll have to maintain that flight next turn.
Yep.
Because we didn't forget it. We just kept only remembering it at the middle of a turn when it
Yeah,
mattered.
it's very easy to forget.
One back from there.
You know, I have a flying
So I can
stand
use
for
my
miniatures.
reach.
I've got to get that
Yeah.
out
Yeah.
and use it. It's really cool.
This one's not going to work.
All right, that's fine. You're up in the air. We know what's up.
First attack is
And you are flanking this thing.
it is a 42.
That's a hit. Go ahead and roll
Great.
damage. For a second, I was like, your
Damage.
miniature isn't close enough. I keep forgetting you have reach.
39.
Wow. Okay.
It's that disrupting damage that helps me out here.
Awesome.
And I'll do one more melee attack. And hope for the best.
Perfect. So 39 points of damage. And that's going to be because you're fighting the big fancy dressed one over there near Watson.
Yes.
39 after resistance. You know what? Let me just take care of this for myself. Perfect. Okay, and then what was that second to hit?
It was a miss.
Okay. Great. And then that's going to make it the sort of normal dressed one that's over there near Drosharis. Okay, so the plainclothed one is up there near Drosharis still. That doesn't mean crap for me, though, so I think it's going to fly up in the air.
Takes 3 damage.
God damn it.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Why are you trying to leave my field of life, man?
Actually, it technically won't because it'll go up vertically. It just wants to get close enough to attack. What's his name? Fox.
I can appreciate that.
So it's going that. Drosharis, has it been your turn again?
No, so I
No,
can't take
I
an
was
attack.
gonna say,
yet.
'cause it
I don't
would
have the
provoke.
extra one loaded.
You don't have the other one right now?
Nope.
All right, so it's going to fly up in the air behind you, Fox, and it's going to try to touch you.
Okay.
Oh, that's a really good roll. That's 50 to hit,
It's a hit.
but not a crit.
Not a crit.
Yeah. Okay, that's going to be 28 points of negative damage before reduction, and go ahead and give me a will save. And then I'll queue up its second attack with its last action there. Oh, that's... God, I'm heating up tonight. Really good stuff. But you've got a good will save, right?
I do.
Perfect. So it
I've
hits, you
got-
feel that fear creeping in. Let's see if you're able to push it back.
45.
You're fine. Second attack is going to be another really good roll. It's going to be 45 to, 45 to hit, not 55. 45 to hit.
Hits.
God.
Yeah, just casually second attack, way higher than the first one. Oh, that is a good damage roll, though. That's going to be 36 points of negative damage and another will save. And then it's Watson's turn. Well, if you want to look up the will save for there and your damage, because I know I just gave you a bunch of numbers at once. Watson, you can start your turn while I finish up some follow through on the will save with Fox.
So Watson is going to sustain. Does that provoke?
I don't believe it does. I think it's just concentration. Sustaining is just concentrating, which doesn't have the interact
Like
action or the manipulate action.
I got a 40. Will.
That's fine. You succeed.
Okay.
And you also have the resolve thing that bumps it up, right?
Yes.
Yeah, you're totally good then.
Have you been doing positive damage here?
Yes, he
Yes.
has.
Okay. How much do you know total?
No, it's positive
Oh,
damage.
I'm not sure.
Specifically, undead take
Yeah,
positive
only
damage.
for undead.
I take positive damage.
But are you undead?
According to this negative healing
Yes. Okay. So
rule,
it just would have been 2 turns of yours.
it was like
So-
7
So
one
2d
time, and I don't remember what it was the other time.
It's different for each person. So just roll 2d8 and take that much damage.
Okay, cool.
Because it's at the start of your turn and you
But it's
rushed
so
in there.
low that I don't really care. I'd stay
Yeah.
there anyways.
You're not taking damage from anything else. So don't worry about it, Trent. Jason's taking care of that.
Cool. Watson will say, "Hey, get out of here!" And he's going to swing with his staff.
Oh. No. I always forget you have a staff because it just so rarely comes
Yeah, he
up.
just never uses it. That's a
Uh-oh.
44.
Jeez, that's a hit.
Uh,
When did you get really good at this?
it's a plus 28, and I rolled a 16. So
Yeah,
that's
that'll do it.
pretty good. I have to check through all this stuff.
Mhm.
Okay, so this is
No, it's not ghost touch, right?
no, but it is. It's a magical weapon,
Sure, that's good. That means you don't double the resistance.
right?
I'm just making sure you don't randomly have a ghost touch
Yeah,
walking
no.
stick. That way I can
Uh,
still use it when I'm dead.
Why? Can you tell me a lore thing?
Sure.
Why are banshees specifically elves? I didn't know that.
I didn't either
I
until I
didn't know
was
that either.
doing some prep work on this. And let's see. Others spawn from elves whose treacherous deeds, regardless of the origin, banshees despise the living. Let's see. Some speculate that the more kind-hearted elf and the more wrenching the betrayal, the crueler the banshee. Banshees rarely stray far from where they perish and typically haunt thick forests, canopied swamps, all that sort of stuff. Many banshees are found in the elven nation of Keonan, specifically in the Tangle Briar, the sinister domain of Tree Razor. So it looks like it doesn't talk about why it is elves. So I wonder if it has to do something with their connection to their own spirits or how they die.
Yeah, interesting.
I'll look into it a little more because I am interested. I don't know
curious.
the story there. Look it up when it's not your turn if
I
you
will.
want to.
So this is 18 bludgeoning damage.
Okay. Some of that goes through.
Sure. 4 electricity damage.
Oh, sorry, 1 second. Okay. Yep, I'm good.
And then
Mm-hmm.
there is lightning bolts stored in the staff.
Yeah.
Yes.
I forget you keep loading spells on your staff to unleash
Yep.
shit.
So I need a DC 40 reflex.
Is this
Nice.
a line attack?
No, this is just lightning bolt.
Oh,
One.
not.
Oh, wait. Yeah, it is actually.
Because-
It's a line, 120-foot line.
Because of the angles, you could hit it at such an angle in which it will go over Drosharis' head, hit the flying one, and go underneath Fox's feet.
Yeah, that's
You can hit
exactly
both of them.
that's exactly what's going to happen.
Because they are weirdly in a
Love
line,
it.
and Fox is flying pretty high. Not super high. That's right, because these are only 12 feet high in these rooms. So
yeah,
no,
I was
you cannot
probably only
hit.
10.
You can
feet
hit.
up.
You would hit Fox as well, but you could hit.
He's okay with it.
Do it. Do it.
Do it.
Yeah, that's right.
So I need a reflex save from you, Fox.
And from both of these
Yeah.
fools. All right, so let's start with the well-dressed Banshee in front of you. Oh, that actually is a really good roll. That's going to be a success, but not a crit success.
Mhm.
The practically dressed one is a critical fail. No, just a failure.
Oh,
Really
That's so
close to a
weirdly
crit failure.
specific. Like, the well-dressed banshee and the practically dressed
Well,
banshee.
otherwise it's like Banshee 1 and Banshee 2. And I feel like all the listeners are like, I don't remember which one Banshee 1 or 2 is, but like, yeah, the well-dressed
The
Banshee.
fancy banshee.
The fancy.
Fancy banshee.
And the
Banshee.
basic
The banshee.
Yeah, the fancy. So
I
failure.
got a 43, so I think I passed.
You do pass.
That's
So you
good.
take half.
Or do you have the thing where reflexes are crit successes?
No, I don't. That's the only one I don't have it for.
Full damage is 24.
Okay, which is reduced by some stuff over here. Okay. Dang, that's still really cool though.
So that was one action. You know what? He's going to cast Electric Arc. Like, why not? Let me check the distances on this, but I think it's okay.
Because that was one action to attack, and then you still have 2 actions, yeah, so you can cast a spell.
Yeah, I was just making sure they were... Does it have to be within 30 feet of the other one?
I mean, they are also that.
Okay.
They're both within 30 feet of you and 30 feet of each
perfect.
other. I
So
can't
yeah.
remember which it is, but in this case, it doesn't matter.
Electric Arc, so another DC 40.
All right. So, well-dressed, the Fanchi, as we like to call them, that is a success, but not a critical success. That's it's a 41. And then reasonably dressed Banshee, a little bit higher, but not. So successes on both, but not crit successes. So just half damage.
And it's 27 is full damage.
27 is full, so that's going to be 13 halved, which means technically a little gets through, but very, very little. But hey, damage is damage.
That's right.
Okay, that makes it Val's turn. And Drosharis, you're on deck.
Answer me this. If
The answer, daily double.
Daily double. Since Fox is flying, are those 2 banshees considered adjacent to each other?
No, those banshees are not adjacent to each
They
other.
have to be like in squares next to each other to be
Yes.
adjacent.
Correct.
Damn it. Okay, whatever.
Oh, that's right. I always forget you have that ability.
Yeah, and it's so cool if you want to just like move them a little closer.
Did we do that like really early on in the mill fight where you split the bullets?
Yeah. Yeah. So
milf?
Val.
That was great.
That's what I thought you said too. Yeah.
Yeah.
Val can split bullets if they're adjacent to each other,
Yeah.
which is sick. All right, so she's going to stratagem the fancy banshee. Oh, and it's a natural 20. Pew, pew, pew.
Critical hit.
Yeah.
All right.
God, that's so
It's
powerful
so
with
good.
a pistol, though.
I know, and I'm like really pissed that in this one fight I can't use the strategic strike.
I mean, it's still
Damage.
going to
Still damage.
A card-
so
a
much.
card
and
too,
get a
right?
card. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yes.
let's. So you get to pick here, Jane, because I believe pistols do bludgeoning or piercing.
Oh,
So one thing that I like to play is on the natural 20 is I'll let you pick what you want for the crit.
okay. What Val would remember and Jane does not. Did I learn that they're
Oh,
immune to
Jesus.
one of those types of damage? Or
No, they're not immune to
Okay.
either specific type.
let's do piercing.
Well, it depends. He's going to read both of them, and you get to pick which one you
th-
want.
she
okay.
wants piercing.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Jane,
All
you
right.
do triple damage.
Amazing.
Yes.
So do I just roll it and then triple it?
That's crazy.
Triple deadly damage.
So you're going to have
Yeah.
to do a little bit of math because of the way this multiplies. You'll need to roll that and then times it 1.5 in a calculator.
Okay.
If you give me the statement, I've got a calculator here on my iPad. Tell me the number and I will do the math.
that's a lot of damage.
That's
Okay,
a lot
it's
of damage.
58 points of damage.
Jesus.
Times 1.5.
Yeah, someone has that up. Turns out my calculator is crummy and I need a better calculator app because I don't have the
58
default
times
Apple
like
one
80.
on my iPad.
No, it's higher than that. 58 times 1.5.
Yeah. That is
87. You're
87.
right. Look at the mathematician over here.
Yeah.
Wow.
You know what, Jason? That's not terrible math.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
how much was it?
58, but then it was 87 triple.
58.
For triple damage, it's
87.
87.
Oh, you kill it.
Yes!
Oh,
So
yeah.
It's
Yes.
so an interesting thing happens. You put the bullet through its head, and its whole body seems to collapse backwards, almost as if you punched a hole in it, and its body is being sucked out the hole from that bullet.
Weird.
And you watch the weird, like blue-white light of its body follow what at first seems to be the arc of your bullet, but then you notice it starts dipping down towards Drosharis, and it goes right over Drosharis' shoulder and right into the body that you now notice is lying on the ground inside of the room that was opened into its open mouth and vanishes.
It's cursed
Oh.
or something.
The body
Or,
vanishes or
like-
the spirit
The
vanishes?
spirit vanishes into this
the dead body.
But now that you're over there and look at it, Drosharis, because this thing burst out, you wasn't looking in the room, you see it's the body of an emaciated but very well dressed elf.
That's sad.
Wow.
Didn't I just learn that it's like when they've been betrayed or like wronged, a banshee is like born from their
From
Its
their
death.
hatred.
Torment was continuing.
And
So they were
Oh.
creating banshees as weapons.
regardless, you
so
just killed
sad.
it, and its soul is now back and free. In some cases.
Congratulations.
Oh.
And
Oh,
I
lovely.
think some part of you as a Pharasma person knows that. Like this
Yeah.
connection with Pharasma, you maybe
Yeah.
kind of know that you've helped lay to rest this.
I love that
angry
everyone's
spirit.
just considering Val a Pharasma person now.
Well, I mean, you literally have
You
a
did.
connection with the god right now, whether or not you
Pretend
want
us.
it.
You just righted
Yeah.
a wrong on behalf of her.
Yeah.
Pharasma decided that for you.
It's
yeah.
perhaps
The natural
Val is becoming more of a Pharasma person. Maybe even a little less evil. I don't know.
Maybe. Who knows?
Maybe.
Probably
Who
not.
knows?
Probably not.
A little alignment shift.
Let me just say, if there is, if Val lives to the end of this adventure, there's a pretty cool epilogue for her.
Oh.
I'm excited.
All right, you have 2 actions left.
I
now.
have
Do you
2
have-
actions
Now,
left.
James.
You have 2 more bullets.
Yeah. I think like seeing that happen, Val is just going to reload, shoot at the next one.
All right.
Because,
Why
pretty
not, right?
terrible.
It's classic for a reason.
You got
Oh,
this.
yeah. That was good. Guys, that was a natural 16. I am
You are
actually rolling very well
crushing
today.
it.
Redeemed.
Thank you.
Crushing it.
And I feel like Ryan had a pep talk with you, and your dice luck is
Seriously, it's a thank you, Ryan. Shout out to you. But also, I
Yes,
feel like
thank
this
you,
is like
Ryan.
ruining your favorite part of the show, which you specifically said was me getting mad about stuff. So don't worry, I'll get mad about
Yeah,
something
we'll
else.
find
It's
plenty of
inevitable.
opportunities for that.
I was unconscious for 3 rounds and I rolled 5 ones.
Ryan
true.
cursed you.
If you need anger, it's all over here.
That's a 42 to hit.
Yeah, that's a hit.
Yeah.
Even with
Alrighty.
shit cover, that's a hit.
Is it a crit?
No, but
Dang.
it is a hit.
Okay.
So that's something.
I could find no reason why banshees are elves. They just are.
Cool. Well, thanks for looking into
I'll
it.
ask Bowman someday if I ever get to meet him.
Just start
Yes.
tweeting
Or
at
Mona.
people on
Yeah.
on the Paizo team and be like, "Hey, inquiring minds."
Yeah.
Play a Night of the Grey Death.
Yeah.
Why don't you tell me
Why
first
are banshees?
why
only
the
elves?
3 lesser deaths?
Yeah.
And then once we're done with that,
First of all, we have a
Also-
bone to pick with you.
Why are you racist against elves?
It's 25 points of damage.
Okay, that gets reduced a little bit, but plenty still goes through. All right, that makes it Drosharis' turn.
how high up in the air is this one?
Like it's 5 feet up.
You take 2 damage.
Oh,
So I wouldn't be affected by it necessarily, or I can still punch it if it's 5 feet up.
yeah. Because it's basically you're attacking at the adjacent diagonally vertical juncture is what you're hitting it with.
Okay.
You're doing uppercuts.
Yeah. And to hit it right
Do
in
the
the leg.
Mortal Kombat uppercut?
Yeah.
14 plus 40.
No,
No.
that's it.
Sorry, that was my second one. That's 46.
That is a hit, just barely not a crit because you are flanking with Fox. But
Well, that's
Meh.
cool.
it's so close though. But you're still hitting.
Saklas, 18.
Okay, was this with the gauntlet?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that all goes through, no problem.
And then I'll overhand left that B
Okay.
again. How's 39?
39 is a hit.
Is a hit as
Nice.
well. That's pretty cool, huh?
I'm a
Very.
big fan.
Just after I got done pooping on myself about how bad I'm playing this game today.
I mean, I'm guessing you're still not rolling amazing. You just have a very good to hit bonus.
Fair.
I mean, like,
Way
I
to take
bet
myself.
I bet that's a solid
Wind
roll.
enemies.
Like, I doubt you're like crushing it, but what? That's like low double digits.
Yeah. These are all low double digits.
Fighters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
20.
Fighter's gonna fight, you know?
Fighter's gonna fight.
Damn. Okay. Yeah. You're getting some work done over there. I
And
think
just
you've-
because
Yeah.
you said you brought up the Twitter thing,
the Reddit thing.
fuck this. All right, I missed. You're right. Fine. Okay. Damn it, hard. I rolled a 5.
Okay. Well, it would have been the one that's Dead's turn, so now it's just Fox's turn.
All right. I'm attacking.
You are flanking this one with Drosharis, and don't forget you have to spend an action to hover.
I'll hover.
You heal
I'll,
5 damage.
Oh, nice.
I'll 45 to hit.
Oh god, yeah, that's a hit. Not a crit, but a hit, which is solid.
All
This thing's
right.
having well, it's clearly had a very rough time, but its day is not great.
And we're looking at
I mean, we let it out. Should be happy.
36 damage.
Damn. Okay.
And we'll try one more attack.
Go for it.
No, 34.
No, that is a miss. It's now its turn. I would attack Jason just to even things out, but it does nothing at all.
Wait. It takes 3 damage.
Of course it does. Okay. So you know what it'll do? It'll do 2 things. It's going to throw a hit at you, Fox. Just try for a real simple touch. Natural fucking 1.
Yeah.
Hey.
Critical. Oh, it's a 1. Wow, this is awkward.
This pleases me.
Love it.
That both cracks me up and gives me time to get out the Paizo Critical Miss deck, which, like, I love these decks in first edition and second edition. They're just like one of my favorite weird little game buzzes. All right, so this is a melee attack, and it is now fatigued. Let me make sure they can't even be fatigued.
It's like, I've had such a long day.
It doesn't say it's immune to
Being
fatigue.
a ghost is so
What
difficult.
kind of condition is
So-
fatigued?
Fatigued is the fatigued condition. It'll say,
Makes sense.
no, I don't mean to be like circular. Like, often
No,
things
I
will say they're immune to this kind of condition, like explicitly this condition or that condition. So it's going to have a -1 on AC and saving throws.
Love it.
So now it's easier to hit. Do me a favor and remind me that it's fatigued. Basically, anytime you missed,
Will
I'm
do.
sure I missed. It's fatigued.
Gotcha.
So that's its first attack. It's now going to attempt to.
Its AC goes down.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. So it's now going to pull off the Banshee Whale. So this will provoke attacks of opportunity from anyone who wants them, but it's got to try to do it.
I'm glad I rolled my natural 1 for that.
Oh, that was a natural 1.
Yeah.
Oh no.
But I'd rather.
Critical. Oh, it's a 1. Wow, this is awkward.
Fuck it, man. Do it.
That ain't. Nah. I'm good. I'll save it in case I fail my whatever rolls.
Oh, no, that's
coming
what I
up.
meant. Just take that fumble.
Oh, yeah.
You got a whole dungeon.
Oh, for sure.
Creeping hesitation. You're flat-footed until the end of your next turn, Jared.
Okay.
Jason, would you get to hit it?
41. 18 damage.
Nice. That hits. That all goes through. It's in bad shape.
Just getting jabbed to death.
Yep. Just all
speed back.
Out of curiosity, is this like a left hand or a right hand?
Left hand.
Is this the left
This
left
is
jabs?
the left leading
Yeah,
jab.
this is a jab.
You were just speed bagging this thing's leg. All right, but it does get its Banshee Whale off. I believe everyone's going to be within range now, 40 feet. I feel pretty good about that. So everyone except for Jason, because it literally doesn't matter, go ahead and give me a Fortitude save.
If it makes you feel better, I'm taking positive damage in this little
And
life
you
bubble.
can't be healed by your team quickly in combat.
I got a 41.
You are fine. Does that turn into a crit for you?
Yeah, it's Juggernaut.
No damage from you.
A 40.
You succeed. It doesn't become a crit for you, right?
Right. Wait.
Oh,
Yeah,
no,
it
wait.
does not.
Okay. So you're going to take full damage, but no additional effects.
Yep.
Jane,
35.
that's going to be a failure.
Yikes.
Is this one of those things that you can choose to reroll, or is that only with a +2?
Yeah, for and will,
was
I'm
it?
pretty sure.
Hold on. I have so many abilities.
What's it called? Because it's alphabetical. right?
Grit and
Grit.
tenacity. So I'm pretty sure it's
That's a cool name.
for
Oh, yeah, that's
abilities.
true. I can reroll.
Reroll +2.
All right, reroll with a +2.
Okay, so I'm going to
That's
start
cool.
rolling damage.
And that's like once per hour. Is that what
Yeah.
you said? Damn.
I should have
That's
patched
great.
for getting you to take that.
Yeah, good job, Jason. +2. Okay, that's a 39.
That is a success.
Okay.
So
Nice.
you'll just take damage, which
Okay.
is the same thing
Awesome.
that Trent's
Oh, yeah,
doing.
you
Good
don't have to
call.
make a
Thank you
save,
for
huh?
reminding me about
yeah.
that.
You don't have to make a save, huh?
Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
That's
It's-
cool.
I failed to save.
Did you fail the save?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wait a second. So no, that actually can matter for you.
Okay. Well,
Is it
35 is a fail, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I rolled a 35 as well.
Yeah. So you will not take damage, but you will become drained 2.
Oh.
Ooh.
That's a good one.
I think I can remove that.
I think you can too.
Can you shrug that off with the thing?
Oh, yeah, that is
What's that
a
called?
that is a non-permanent condition.
Yeah,
spell.
I'll use the termination and
But you don't have
shrug.
to worry about that yet.
Yeah, shrug
Okay.
it off next round.
Yeah, Jesus. Okay, so
I like
Jane and Trent,
Joe's-
Val
Joe's
and
dope.
Watson. Val and Watson take 41 points of negative damage.
Okay. Ouch.
So-
Why?
Yeah, why?
That hurt.
and that ends its turn. Watson, it's your turn. There's just this one Banshee left.
So he's going to
Finish
sustain the field of life.
Okay. So you
Uh,
can hurt Trisharis.
Yeah, exactly. That's the whole point. One action to meta magic, overwhelming energy.
That is paid off in this adventure.
Yeah. And then Ray of Frost with the last 2 actions.
Ray from Frost, Montana.
Ray from Frost, Montana.
We've actually heard from Ray's attorney a couple of weeks ago.
And from the town of Frost.
So this is actually a strike.
Yeah, that's a ranged strike. That's right. Oh. I guess technically it doesn't matter because Jane killed it. I was just thinking that when Jane critted it should have gotten a retribution against Val, but Val killed it, so I'm going to say that didn't apply. Because you have to be alive to react.
How's a 48 sound?
Well,
Oh, that's not a crit.
Its AC's lowered by 1.
Yes!
That's a critical.
nice.
And while normally you'd have people in the way, because because it's you have a clear line of sight to at the bottom of its occupied space because it's flying, and so is Fox.
Yep.
Okay.
So 1 second.
Cool.
That's not a card. It's not a natural 20.
Yeah, no, it was a 19, in fact.
Oh, that's close.
Wow.
Yeah.
The critical abilities from spells, ridiculous. So I'm still waiting for you to crit on a spell.
I mean, I
strike.
can take it
yeah.
if you want, but...
No free cards.
So this is 94 plus 6. 94, in fact.
I heard 9-4. I was like, holy shit, Trent, how?
That's 27 as base damage. Doubled. So 54.
54.
So its form freezes, cracks, explodes, and you
Nice.
see it turn into that same mist and start shooting back towards the body in the room.
See, I can shoot guns from my fingers instead of, from my magical hand bangers.
Finger guns.
Yes.
The
Hey,
fox
listen.
goes and stands in the field of life.
So
Just going to charge up a little bit in here. Val does the same.
You walk over to the Field of Life. Drosharis, you notice that there's a small glow coming from the eyes of the well-dressed, emaciated elven body in the room.
Is it my turn?
You're out of combat, as far as you know,
And there's a glow.
coming out of the eyes of this body.
Okay. I'm going to go over to that body and be like, excuse me, Watson, do you mind coming over here?
Oh yes, of course.
And we're like looking at it like 2 old men. What do you make of this?
I suspect it is some sort of arcana.
Yeah, I saw
Yes.
the thing fly in here. So
I noticed there's
Rah,
runes
rah, rah,
What's
rah,
your
around it.
occultism bonus?
26.
You're not sure what's going on with it. There's something weird about this creature's death, something related to it or its death, and you're not sure what that means here.
Can I come over and look?
What about a medicine?
Do you have a religion bonus, Jane?
I have religion and I have occultism.
What's your religion bonus?
25.
Okay. You feel something inside you. You are remembering, because you've learned a lot about a bunch of different religions, that one of the big things about Pharasma is to properly give people their funeral rites, to lay people to rest. And you do remember a few lines from a Pharasman funeral rite. And something in the back of your head is sort of reminding you that it's a Pharasman edict to lay people to rest.
So I think Val would just reach over and close their eyes.
Mm-hmm.
Well, do you have that? Do you know that ritual?
Yeah, do I know what that is? Or
That
You remember a few lines from a Pharasman.
okay. So she would
ritual.
just say it and kind of close their eyes. Be like, whatever they were doing here to these people is terrible.
So as you sort of touch it, when your hand touches it, and you sort of say those funeral rites, its chest just boom, almost
Ugh.
jumps up.
Ah.
Its mouth opens, distends
Oh, God.
again.
Dro grabs his sword.
So you start to grab your sword, and you don't quite have time to get it out, as it's not that its mouth starts forming words. It's that these words just start coming out of its open mouth.
Oh,
And it says, "The worm at Galt's heart rises. It has 3 priests here in the crypts enacting a dire ritual with the other gardeners. They seek to complete their evil scheme that the worm began. Defeating the priests will delay it, but to stop it entirely, you must defeat the worm here in the crypts. Its murderous reign of terror must end here."
oh.
And tune in next week to find out more
Oh
about
no,
that.
that sounds bad.
Wow.
That does sound bad.
The Live to Die podcast is a production of Live to Die Gaming. Follow us on social media at Live to Die Pod. Leave a review and tune in next week for more. If you like the amazing background audio and music, all that credit goes to Syrinscape. Make sure you check them out at Syrinscape.com.